television. You were a little kid. Could never afford it. Okay? That's what we grew up in and wanted. But now it's different. Okay? So we really need to focus on trying to give back. Okay? We were very lucky. Kids today are not as lucky as we were. They have more than we have. But we all know that more is less. Okay? So, that's my word for today is NEAF is not just about amateur astronomers. It's about outreach. And that has become Alan's focus. Okay? I think if I don't spread the word, I'm not doing my job. So, that's what I want to say. So enjoy the programs, thank the vendors, thank the speakers, thank Warren. I'm very fortunate in that everybody that comes here, we become like a family. All right, the speakers, the vendors, when I need something, I go to them. They're professionals, they know what they're doing. There's things that I'm not good at. There's not many things I'm not good at. But when I need things, I have an arsenal of people that I can go to help me accomplish something, okay? We all need to become a member of the arsenal, okay? So that we can help. Nobody can do what I do, and I realize that, okay? I'm crazy. I do things on a very big scale. A small scale is a way to start. So we start small, all of us, we can build. And NEAF started very small. And now it's very big. So, have a great day, get outside, enjoy. Thank you, everybody.
Warren, you're in charge.
Thank you, Alan.
Thank you, Carol.
All right.
Not today.
We can have a little more light on the stage. And which of these am I supposed to use? This one? Is this one right? Okay, very good. Thank you. All right. Well, welcome, everybody. This is 10 Common Challenges Astronomy Clubs face and the keys to solving them. How many of you are members of astronomy clubs? Oh, good. You are in the right place then. That's excellent. How many of you want to be members of astronomy clubs if you're not? Great. Okay. So, how many of you have faced problems managing your club? Okay. Well, we're going to go over all of that. Let's make sure that everybody has one of the gold handouts, and that you have we're having a drawing at the end, so make sure that you have a sheet to do the drawing. Skip has the examples here. And handout the drawing. So, and I want to introduce Skip Bird from the Westminster Astronomical Society in Maryland. And my other co-presenter, Jim Small from St. Louis Astronomical Society. Thank you guys for being here. They will help with our presentation and tell you great stories. Now, we know that there's a lot of support out there for our observing habit, right? Lots and lots of resources and programs and what have you. We also get a lot of personal support from our club for helping with observing, like offering you sites to do the observing and so on. But where do we go when we want to support, to find resources to help us support and grow our clubs? Because that's like what Alan was talking about. Outreach helps us grow our clubs. But what are all of the other things that are going on when you get a visitor coming to your meeting? What are some tips for doing this? And how do we inspire and encourage the public to actually join us and grow the hobby? Well, for the past several years, the Astronomical Society of the Pacific, we're administrators of the NASA Night Sky Network, and we've been working with astronomy clubs to develop resources and these services to do just that. Give you the resources that you need to help grow your astronomy clubs and spread the word. So let me do a real brief, who's the ASP? If you haven't heard of the ASP, the Astronomical Society of the Pacific, we're an international organization that was founded in 1889. We're a nonprofit that runs a number of educational programs throughout the United States, and the NASA Night Sky Network is one of them. It has about 400 astronomy clubs in the country that are members of the Night Sky Network, who are dedicated to doing outreach with the public. And we've been addressing the issues that these amateur astronomers have been expressing over the years, and have built a website that gives you the tools to do that, as well as toolkits, actual materials to get you out with the public and enhancing those great star parties that everybody holds. So, let's get down to the issues, right? Anybody have trouble getting new members? Okay. How about getting volunteers from your club to do work? Yeah, that's about everybody, isn't it? Doing publicity, getting the word out about your events. Getting visitors at your events really engaged in what you're doing. You don't want them to just look in the eyepiece and walk away. You want to really hook them and bring them in, and find that few percent of those visitors who are the ones that you can really spark their interest and have them come and visit your club. All kinds of tips about that. Presentation skills. Do you have members in your club who say, well, I'd really like to do it, but gosh, what if somebody asks me a question I can't answer? You know, things like that. We have the answers. Okay. Keeping your membership accurate. You know, are all of your membership information on one person's computer in your club? Does everybody have access to their records so they can check it and see what's going on? Keeping your website calendar up to date. A lot going on with that. It's usually how many people hold up your figures, how many people manage your club. Yeah, I see one, exactly. Manage your club calendar, rather. Manage requests for events from the public. You know, how many of you get requests from teachers, scout leaders, all kinds of members of your community, and managing those in an easy way? Most clubs, it's email after you gather the information. How do I get it on my calendar? You know, how do I get volunteers and so on to help out at these events? Getting the word out to your members about the outreach opportunities that are there. Finding out who's helping out. And then canceling the event and quickly getting the word out. Have any trouble with that? Okay. That's 11, isn't it?
Oops. We're paying attention.
Okay. Well, there's more, but these are some. The point is that you're not alone. We find that this is universal across many, many clubs. And so the Night Sky Network was designed and built to address the challenges that amateur astronomers face, all based on the research with them. So these are the basic categories of solutions for club support that are out there. We've got videos and tips for growing your astronomy club, a whole series of videos on that. The outreach toolkits. These are themed toolkits with a whole variety of information about them, and Skip is going to give you some details about that one. The outreach tips videos for sharing the universe. These address all these issues that members have about doing outreach and give them tips for making it easy and not quite so daunting to get out there in front of the public and help out. And then a host of services for managing your club. And that's the Night Sky Network services, and that's what Jim Small will share with you, some of his stories with his club and how they adopted these services. And it's all free. This program is supported by NASA, the National Science Foundation, the Astronomical Society of the Pacific, and others. So it's it's given to amateur astronomy clubs to encourage the outreach, to support science, technology, you know, in our schools, in our communities, and with all the public that we work with. So, first of all, I wanted to talk quickly about the Growing Your Astronomy Club videos. So, the research said, you know, what do clubs want? They want to grow their membership, and they want to grow their membership and get more volunteers. Especially attracting younger members, right? Yeah, okay. Bruce Abels of the Fox Valley Astronomical Society, this was his quote. Thanks for these videos. While our club added 12 or 13 members this past year, I think we could have landed many more of our visitors had we used the techniques in these videos. But the best one was about getting volunteers for club positions. That's something we really need to work on for the next election. Here's the titles of the videos: Welcoming Visitors, Keep Them Coming Back, and Cultivating Volunteers. The links to all these videos, there's one link, there's one page where you can go to find all these videos, and it's right there on your handout. So on the back of your handout, you'll find the link there at the bottom to go and watch these videos. We don't have, you know, hours in this particular talk, or we give you a little sample. You can do that on your own. Now the next one is about outreach toolkits, and I'm going to turn it over to Skip for that. Thank you, Skip.
Hey, how y'all doing? Where'd they go? Oh, there they are. Got to do something to get you people to look. If you're sitting here talking, hi, my name is Skip Bird, and I am here to talk to you about, y'all gonna go, all right, let's take a quick poll about outreach toolkits. How many of you, if you're under the age of 30, stand up? Hey, we got 2. All right, that answers your question right there. All right? People under 30 want to see something. They want to play with something. They want to touch something. People over 30, well, you know, us. By the way, I'm under 30. I'm actually celebrating my 29th anniversary of my 29th birthday. Okay? And that's the average. I'm one of the young members of our club, unfortunately. But I am. But outreach toolkits. People want to see toolkits. People want to play with stuff. You got kids areas. You guys come here, like you said, kick the tires, right? You want to go to an astronomy meeting and listen to somebody tell you about the inner workings of the rotational speed of a black hole on alternate Thursdays? No. You want to see how to make comments. Or new people want to see how to do something. They want to know more about astronomy. They want to learn about it. They can't learn about it in any other way. That's why these toolkits are really, really, really good. Press enter?
Enter. Yep.
Ah, cool. All right. They want resources and ideas, everything like that. What do I say? Most of us are comfortable looking through our own telescopes. We like to borrow our friends or look through theirs. If somebody comes up and says, hey, what is this? Or can I look at something like that? We go into this big long spiel about the gravitational pull of a black hole sucking matter. It doesn't suck, no, it doesn't suck. It pulls it in, matter of everything like that. We don't need to do that. We actually have a variety of toolkits which show us this. You can see this guy here, he's looking at the sun. The eclipses and transit programs, they're really cool. We got a toolkit to cover that. Goes out, it's free, you get out there, you can show them why we don't have them all the time. All these different things as to why we can do this stuff. Well, I'm not going to list them all, but there's a whole bunch of them. Look, we have Marnie. I'm actually one up. We got a club member of ours in there who's caught in a, what kind of pose would you call that?
Oh, sleeping?
Yeah, sleeping, sound asleep at a state fair. It was a hard day. He's got his feet up, he's got his hat down, and he's snoozing. He made the toolkit. A couple of toolkits that I really use are the Black Hole Survival. I actually do a program called Black Holes, There's No Escape. I do another program called Chicken Little Was Right. The Sky Is Falling. That's from the space rock ones. Okay. There's all these things that you can do. The new ones are Magnetic Sun. I haven't had a chance to play with it yet. Life in the Universe, Exploring Sources. There's all of these things out there to help you engage people. Once they're engaged, they're going to come back. Okay. Models, demos. notes, activities, PowerPoints, display banners. All of this stuff comes in a toolkit. And you know how much you paid for it? Free. All right? You didn't even pay postage. It all came to you for free. We have been doing this since 2003, 4, somewhere like that, the original start. In 2005, after we got our second toolkit, we never canceled an event. All of our events are rain or shine. And some of them have been in the back of open up the tailgate, drop down the video screen, and use a little battery-powered projector on something, or somebody's headlights and do finger puppets. But we don't cancel anything. We've eliminated some of the issues of what to do when it's canceled. We've canceled 3 events in the last 15 years, or 10 years, something like that. One of them, we had 10 inches of snow. I showed up, wondered where everybody was, right? Another one was where I showed up, everybody showed up, but the park ranger didn't show up and unlock the gates. After that, I got the keys to the gates, so we didn't have to worry about that. And I actually forgot a program one time. I'm sorry, but lucky for me, 8 other club members who had RSVP did show up, and they took over and did the whole thing, so it wasn't a problem. Nice thing about that RSVP, which is one of the services he's going to talk about. Star maps. Everybody got their star map in front of them, right? On one side is a printable what's going on in the sky, planets around other stars. Is that one?
No, it's the supernova.
Oh, supernovas. Find all the supernovas, black holes. We got a bunch of planets around their sky. And on the back, you put your information. We put how to join the club, our links, our websites, any upcoming events. We try and keep it current so we can hand them out. Do all of that stuff on the back, and it's all blank, ready for you to go do it. It's pretty nifty, and I like to play it. All right, these are some of our ones. By the way, on my 4th version of this of the balls. They keep wearing out. I use them so much. Saturn's rings keep falling off. The galaxies, we do the galaxies. We're trying to get our local park, which has a 3-mile trail, to do one of our scale model walks. We have a 1-meter sun at one end. Nice thing about it, it's a nice big valley, so you can actually see the sun 3 miles away on the other side of the valley. Okay, well, you have binoculars or a telescope. But we're trying to do that, show them how far actually things are. Solar system, or our galaxy is a quarter, that type of stuff. All of these nifty things. There's so many of them I can't really tell you about. Right? Demonstrations. Need to say more? How many like that? How many people feel comfortable standing up here in front of a room full of 200 people going, did I use band? Yeah, 3 hands, all right? When I started this, hi, my name is Skip Bird, and I am an amateur astronomer, okay? Now, we get to go to places like this. We get to do things. We get to go fly around and run things. I love making comets. Anybody ever make a comet? Anybody ever make 35 of them in one day? Good. Okay? Because of the toolkits and the tie-in with the Night Sky Network and stuff, our astronomy club gets between 15 and 20 requests a month for programs, and we fill every one of them, right? When we grow up, we want to be like the ASP, but we're not. All right, activities. Pocket solar systems. Start with pocket solar system. Pencils, register tape, that type of stuff. That's almost a staple of any program we do. If it's cloudy and rainy, we make a pocket solar system. In fact, I have now one that will go from that door, out that door, because we're still trying to get to Eris. It's the same scale, and it's about, it's about 75 feet long, 80 feet long. And of course, Earth and the Sun are this far apart. And so we're not even out to the next guys. Right? But again, it's small groups, large groups. I've done this with 300 Boy Scouts, part of their Bellwood program. One of the programs that's no longer in the toolkit, I can't tell you about it, but it's actually a glow-in-the-dark constellation map. We have done it with 500 people at one time. Okay, that is fun. I've even actually done these programs for the Department of Energy at their National Science Bowl contest. So there's a lot of places you can modify them and relate them to them. Every single one of them is something that most people under the age of 30 want to see. They like it, they love it, they'll come out and do it. Those of us over 30, well, I'm sorry, we're over the hill. PowerPoints. I love PowerPoints. I know how to do them. I know how to play with them. I occasionally know how to erase them. I have a couple of PowerPoints that have blank slides in. I don't know how that happened or how to get rid of them. But I press the button and I go, oh, well, this is where I stand up and I do a finger pump. Something along those lines. We got short ones, we got long ones, we got all kinds, all stars like or something. I mean, there's so many things to talk about. The banners, I love the banners. Super Bowls, my supernovas. Tennis balls, ping pong balls. Get 50 kids in a room, give them all a tennis ball and a ping pong ball and tell them to drop it once. That'll keep you busy for hours. Keeps them busy. Then they'll go home, they'll tell their parents they'll learn all about supernovas. We actually did one from I guess it's from the astronomy ground. Oh, sorry, I can't talk about the other guys, never mind. But Earth, moons, shells, I've got 2 banners of the sun, I've worn one of them out. It's a meter, it goes with the scale models, it's really cool, really good. And you can see all these different toolkits and stuff out there at the booth with Marty, or go online to some of the videos that we have. And hopefully someday we'll grow up and we'll be on YouTube again. Handouts. Handouts. People, when they leave your place, you say, well, go to our website. I guarantee you 99% of them can't remember your name of your club or your website as soon as they walk out the door. Unless it's written down, or unless it's printed on the back of a handout. This is on one side, your stuff's on the other. All of the good stuff. We've actually got the libraries now in our county, in the Carroll County where the Westminster branch, the Astronomy Club is. They print out 400 of our flyers every month and put them in the libraries. They do it in full color. We're cheap, we have to do it in black and white. They do it in full color. We've gone from 5 or 6 people at the library programs to 75 or 80. We're expecting between 200 and 300 visitors at each of the 6 library branches on the June 5th transit. And that's only from 6 to 8 o'clock. Okay? Again, all of that has came from us having toolkits, us having outreach. There's another astronomy club in the area, which we'll name nameless, but they have more members than us. I'm getting groups of people who've talked to them, say, hey, we'd like for you to do an outreach. Oh, we don't do that. You go call these guys. Or you bring your 95 school kids to our Astronomy Club's meeting the 2nd day of the month, whatever it is, and we'll talk to them there. You lose kids, you lose people. Astronomy's not being taught. By the way, I'm a 5th grade science teacher too. I'm the only teacher I know in Baltimore City teaching astronomy out of the 300 plus teachers that are teaching science. I actually go around to all the other schools and do astronomy programs for them. It's not being taught. It's being tested in the 5th grade, and that's the last time they see anything of it. But the toolkits are really cool because they help out. Beam star maps. And this must be somewhere where it's warm all the time. And that wasn't taken with flash, that's normal light pollution. Trip around the triangle. We have these set up, we have these little solar system things like this. They go and look through a telescope. There's 5 telescopes in there. They look at one's got a Saturn, one's got a nebula, one's got a galaxy, one's got a star in. All these different things they can check off. They get all their checked off, they get a prize. And by the way, if you're ever looking for stuff to give away, contact your local Astronomy Magazine, Sky and Telescope, Astronomy Store, JPL, NASA, Astronomical Society Pacific. They have all this stuff which we would call it related to the toolkits, but it's not. All these resources. All these resources that you have out there, all you have to do is ask for them. You know NASA has to give away 10% of their budgets on any mission for outreach, EPO. Right? Now, how much is the James Webb Telescope up to? A few billion. Let's see, calculation, that's $100 million or more that's going to astronomy outreach. They have to find ways to spend it. They get yelled at if they don't. That's why they fund some of the toolkit stuff. All right, this must be Jim. Solutions for club support. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Skip. So Skip is the, you can go ahead and plug for Skip, that's good. Skip is probably the champion as far as outreach programs go and the use of the toolkits. I feel insufficient after hearing all the things. What do you mean you don't cancel events? We're not there yet. So, but one of the issues that amateur astronomers have in a big time way is organizing all this information and all their members and getting them to be comfortable with what they're doing. And one of the things that they do is to have videos that we can use to help them with this outreach. How do I get started? You always have those people that would like to do outreach but have never done it before, and this tells them how to get started. It's a nice video. What if somebody asks a question that I don't know? How many people have gotten that? A question that you didn't know the answer to. You're lying if you don't have your hand up. Okay? So I can think of about 10 questions nobody in the room can answer right now. And what do you do in that situation? How to say, I don't know. What do you do with kids? A lot of people are great amateur astronomers, never work with kids. How do you do that? The video explains how to do that. How do I get people excited about as astronomy as I am? You ever meet these very passionate people, but they're not necessarily the best at transferring that passion to other people? Shows you how to do that. What should I do if somebody asks me about UFOs, aliens, and so on? How do you explain what science works and how non-science works and what the difference is, etc.? And so these videos help with that kind of information as well. Now, the question is, and these are examples of all the solutions to this, getting started with outreach, handling difficult questions and difficult people, how to say I don't know, connecting with kids, how to get wow beyond Saturn. How many people, the extent of your outreach maybe, here's Saturn, isn't that pretty? Done. If that's the end of your conversation, then there's much more that you can do based on the information here. Now, here's the big part. How do we organize all this stuff? We have a great club, but only just to get a poll here, how many people are everything in the club? I personally am the president, the webmaster, the newsletter editor, and the calendar guy. A little bit too much work, right? I used to actually have a calendar program that was on my PC. I'm a Mac guy, because it's the best program I could find that I would put in the entry, upload it to the web, etc. Or you can mess with Google if you want Google in your business. We finally adopted Night Sky Network calendar for our information. So now we have 14 people that can put events up. We have 14 people that can change information about an event. We have 14 people that are all coordinators in our club that can organize all of this information for us. Now when we put an event up, and the nice thing is, it matters not what computer you have. I can do it with my iPad, I can do it with a Mac, I can do it with a PC. It's all up on the cloud. You don't have to have a program, it's already there. It's all provided free by the Night Sky Network. Not only that, now when I post an event, we can put it on the public calendar, we can put it on the private calendar that nobody can see, we can put it on the calendar that people know it's there, but they can't necessarily, they know it's not a public program like a school program. And so they know what we're doing or what they can come to. And the biggest problem, how many people, like say if you're going to be doing dark sky observing, it gets canceled and nobody knows? How many people have issues with that? If we get an event canceled, sorry Skip, I'll work on it. If we get an event canceled, if you've RSVP'd in the Night Sky Network calendar, you already set up in your personal settings how you want to get notified if something gets canceled. I get a text message on my phone when an event gets canceled. It's automatic. The person doing the canceling has to do nothing out of the ordinary to be able to accomplish that. Just cancel the event, a message goes out, sorry, it's cloudy, we're not going to be able to do the telescope viewing that we wanted to do. Okay? How do members know about upcoming events? Well, in the first place, how do events get requested? We'll get to that, but how do they know about it when somebody puts it up on the calendar? They can send a message to the whole membership, to just a few members, or to whatever list you've created. You can create your own list out of any subset of your members. If you have people that only work on a particular topic, you can send it to them, or you can send a message to everybody, hey, here's what we need, we need volunteers. It automatically includes a link to RSVP. I'm coming, I'll bring this scope, I'll do this activity, etc. So it's all built into the system. Know which club members are coming. The RSVP setup is the best thing we've ever had to help us out with our club organization. We had Sandra Magnets come to an event. We had kind of limited seating, so we want to know who's coming. That really got the ball rolling as far as people RSVPing for an event. We knew how many people they were bringing, etc. And people, when you know how many people are coming for your astronomy day, we had 14 people at our science center. I think somebody else, so they had 2,000 people at an event that they had, and had 40 people working their event. You know all those people are going to show up, and you can send a message just to those people if you want. It's very nice. And it also, once an event is over, lets you keep track of all the hours that your volunteers have put in. They can also record mileage and things like that, and other information about the time that they put in. You know, if you want to deduct the mileage for your car off your taxes later, you can do that. All that information is available to be able to record that. And then there's dealing with how many people have a lot of members in their club and it's hard to organize because only the treasurer keeps the list. Solution to that, same thing. The membership roster is on the cloud, and yes, it's secure. It's NASA. When they send out emails, no other addresses are in a VCC or anything. It's all according to your own privacy settings as far as privacy. No, I don't want to get this email. No, I don't want people to see this phone number, etc. But you can maintain your list. You can keep track of everything. News, when they first joined. You can create up to 10 fields of your own choosing to keep track of information, and then you can export the whole thing into a spreadsheet. If you don't think that helps, then you have one person, instead of one person keeping track of everything, and you have to pass all that up, and they have to show everybody how to use it. Now, all of your coordinators can do that. You can maintain a contact list of people that aren't members but want to be notified about events. We keep that in ours as a separate list. There's a separate category for that. And so you can maintain all of this information. You know, I guess if you really want to go crazy with it, you could put in fields and, hey, these people have this many telescopes. You could dump all that information out to a spreadsheet. And if you want to find out who's got solar scopes, poof, here's a list. You know, so all of that information would be available. You can also manage magazine renewals. You can also create your own message groups. If you've got a group of people that like to go dark sky observing and they want to send messages just to each other, they can put themselves into the group and send messages about that information that goes to everybody in the group, and only those people in the group. And then also, this is the part where we've really gotten good at it. There's a whole page for information for membership applications. You don't have to create the form, it's already there. And so all you have to do is put a link to it, and it takes care of all the information you want for membership applications. And I think, is that form editable? So you can put whatever fields you need in there for whatever information you want for about prospective members.
That's the video if you want.
Oh, is that the video? Okay. You want to click it?
Power, sound on this guy?
You have sound on the computer? Or do we have sound from the computer yet?
Booth?
Anybody in the booth?
It's alive.
Oh, there we go. It's live.
Finder is a resource that you can use to create a new club website or to enhance a website your club already has. The Night Sky Network is
Let's try that again. I think I just...
assists you in managing your astronomy club and your events. Best of all, you will be connected to a nationwide community of amateur astronomers. Many club websites and event calendars get quickly outdated and are a real hassle for a volunteer webmaster to maintain. I know mine was. The job of managing the club and all its activities can sap the energy of even a dedicated volunteer. We'd all rather be gazing at the stars or connecting with other amateur astronomers and the public, not managing people, updating websites, and sending dozens of emails. I already do that every day at work. The Night Sky Network solved my problems. It took the burden off our club leaders and allowed our entire membership to be kept up to date and contribute to our events. Let's explore the site. I'll show you a few of my favorite features, then you can check out the rest of the site on your own. Say I want to find an astronomy club near my home. I just fill in my zip code and whoosh, I get this cool map. The blue icons are clubs that have upcoming events planned. Here's my club, the Astronomical Society. This is our homepage on the Night Sky Network, and the calendar with our club events from board meetings to public outreach. Next week, I'll be in Phoenix, so I'll search for a list of events in Arizona. Look at all the events I can choose from. There are 3 different levels of participation on the site. The public can find astronomy clubs and their public events, as well as some cool astronomy activities. Club members can log in to manage their own accounts, record volunteer hours, and RSVP to events. And club coordinators like me have superpowers. We can manage members and events and update our webpage. Our club has 4 coordinators to access the site, so we don't have to rely on one person to make all the changes. Okay, back to my club's homepage. This is our calendar of upcoming events. It's great because it's always up to date. Here's our monthly event at the state park. The website automatically generates the time of sunset, moon phase, a star map for that evening, directions to the observing site, and even a weather forecast. I've also attached a flyer and included this note. Cover your flashlight with red material. Let's follow a single club event from inception to completion. Imagine that a Girl Scout leader has selected our club from the map and viewed our homepage. She selects this link to request an event from our club and fills in a form with all the details we need, asking us to bring telescopes to their next campout. An email instantly alerts all the club coordinators of the request. I think we can help them. First, I'll log in as a club coordinator. Look, the website shows me the things I need to take care of, including the request from the scout leader. I can call her to ask a few questions. Then, I can edit the request and approve it. The system gives me an opportunity to notify our members of the event. Here's what the email looks like. I can select here to RSVP with a single click, or I can select the link and see more details about the event. Whoa, 6 other club members have already volunteered. I'll RSVP to help out. After the event is over, tracking volunteer hours is easy. I'll enter the hours I volunteered for the Girl Scout event. The site lets me and all our members easily document our public service, so we are eligible for club and national outreach awards. I can export volunteer data to an Excel spreadsheet. Here's a chart I made. And I always log a report about the event to the Night Sky Network to get credit for our outreach. That's how our club earns toolkits and stays on the stars in the network list. My club uses the Night Sky Network website as our primary website. We've added a link here to our web photo site. And I've attached this month's newsletter to our monthly meeting. But many clubs have their own websites and don't want or need to replace them. No problem. Your webmaster can link or embed your club's calendar from the Night Sky Network into your existing website. Like this. It's flexible. You choose which features you want. Participation in our club outreach events has grown enormously because the tools on the website make our club activities far more visible and help us give recognition to our volunteers. It really makes my job of planning and coordinating events much simpler. The Night Sky Network website is the memory for our club. Members taking over club positions have access to our archived club information without having to rely on paper records, emails, or another person's filing system. Best of all, we learn about events and share ideas with clubs all over the country. Okay, I've shown you what our club uses on the Night Sky Network website. Now it's your turn. Go to the website to see more amazing, wonderful, dare I say, stellar features that the Night Sky Network offers your astronomy club or organization. And it's all free. I look forward to seeing your club on the map and your events on the calendar. Enjoy!
So that's an example of just one of the videos. And how many videos are there altogether now? Probably 10 videos in general. And then there's also training videos like that for all the toolkits. So you're not on your own for learning how to use the toolkits. Other things you can do for publicity. You can actually download the calendar to iCal. And so you can just import it into your calendar system that way. There's also apps called Go Stargaze if you have an iPhone, and then Distant Suns has the Club Finder widget built in, and then there's Facebook page and the events widget There's the app, there's the Distant Suns, Astronomical Society of the Pacific, and here's the widget that you can embed in any website. Like I'm going to probably have our Science Center embed this in their website so they can find our events. So you can either find clubs or events using these methods. And again, this is set up, they give you the code, you don't have to do anything. When I embedded our calendar into our webpage, so I didn't have to reinvent the webpage, it was very simple. They provide all the code. You just go in and put it in, and it's now embedded as part of your webpage. So this widget is the same thing. You can embed that wherever you want. So for example, here's the International Dark Sky Association, and they have this event finder widget built into their website. And then, just as an example, here's a list after you say find events, an example of a kind of list that you would use for locating those events. And you can click on the link for more details, or get to the website directly, or find something local. Right?
Okay, so we reviewed all the Growing Your Astronomy Club videos that are available to you, the outreach toolkits that are available, the outreach tips videos and supporting information, and all the services that are available to you as members of the network. Now, and you'll find information on how to join the network website. If you're not a member yet, if your club is not a member yet, you'll find that on your the links on your handout there. And if you are a member, we have a program now that allows you to, we have a number of folks around the country who are support folks, so that when you do join, or if you have questions about how to get your club more involved in using all these services of the Night Sky Network, they will help coach you as you do that. So just come to our booth, or contact the ASP, or do our contact from the website, and you'll find all of these support services there. Do visit our website. So, next. Oh, I have to push this, right? Yeah, okay. And remember, it is all free. So, we hope to see you at our booth this afternoon.